It's 2025. Enter the new release from G-Shock. It may not be for everybody, but we're going to have some fun checking out the GA-V01 G-Shock. I'm not going to lie, it's a little different than the G-Shocks we're used to, but sometimes you just got to step outside the box. Consider it unboxed. I think you've seen the video already. I released a short. Now we got to get into the real deal. It comes just like you've seen with that mini burlap sack and all. Pretty simple, but hey, packaging is rarely the star of the show. It's unboxed. Now we get into the review. I don't know where I stand on this one still. I believe the jury is still out. Maybe it's going to grow on me. If they made another Alien movie, this one might just be in line for one of those characters to wear. Cool eyes. Yeah, you'll understand once you check out online and take a look at them when you do your research. But right away, it's got a negative display. You know how I feel about those. But let's see if this one's a little bit more up to date than some of the previous models. And what about this futuristic analog digital design that we have? It's not blowing my skirt up just yet, but I'll tell you, features the whole set. By the way, this video is sponsored by Daily Watch. Check out dailywatch.com for all of your storage solution and accessory needs. From robot stands to hard cases to watch rolls to watch boxes, you name it, maintenance supplies. They've got it all for all the enthusiasts and collectors out there. Also, if you're looking for gift ideas for us watch nerds, dailywatch.com might just be the place to go to get yourself some assistance and all the personalizations you need too. Now let's start with the case here. Bird's eye view. I mean, I will tell you, I got to give you lots of wrist shots on this one because I don't know how you're going to feel about it. It may not be something that's going to be for everybody. No doubt. But I'll give you lots of shots here so you can kind of gauge as to whether or not it's going to work for you. Case specs for this one may not be for everybody, like I said. And the smaller wrist individuals, well, you're going to have a struggle, I think. My wrist size is 7¼ inches, and the specs, well, here they are. 49.1 millimeter by 58.2 millimeter by 19.6 from the case to the top of that resin. Whoo boy, a rounded curved integrated lug strap design that looks pretty sharp, I have to admit. And this bio-based resin is really nice. I like this. Gives you that ability to have that nice form right around the wrist, but that large profile across the wrist, oh boy, could be a no-go for some. Despite those measurements, it's still a full package weight of only 74 grams. I like that. We have a high impact design shock resistance module featuring shock release hands. When you bang this thing, you're going to see that hand move and it's going to come back into position. That's so it can absorb some of the shock and trauma that the watch experiences, depending on where you are and what you're doing in it. Now, everyone loves 10-year battery life. Got to appreciate that. Module 5751 runs this one with all the features. We have 4-button functionality with reminders on the back as opposed to up on top of the case like the traditional design. Still having multiple use button controls with the usual locations. However, unlike traditionally seen on top, like I mentioned, of the case, those labels are underneath on the case back plate, along with relevant watch details. We have adjust in the top left, we have mode in the bottom left, we have light in the top right, and you have the start button on the bottom right. A new button design, large black easy press buttons that are responsive, and they work just fine for me. The GA-V01 is packed with features, and I'm so excited to see how they function in cooperation with the analog and digital dial. I've had her for a few days, I've had some time to play around with it. Operationally, it's very similar to the other G-Shock modules. We have a time and 12 and 24-hour formats that we're able to use with the hands that shift out of the way when you're doing the set so that you can read what the digital display is showing. I like it. World time monitoring, able to have 31 time zones with that universal time coordinated ability here, and a daylight savings option. Now we have a 24-hour countdown timer, 1/100th of a second stopwatch with split time capability, 5 alarms, snooze, hourly chime signal, you name it, it's got it. And we have the benefit in this model of a double LED light for both dial and digital readout with 1.5 second or 3 second glow. Now full auto calendar up to $20.99, mute features for the buttons and sounds, which is something you would expect. Now about the dial, I'm not sure the video is going to do it any justice with this glass on top, but it's surprisingly easy to see everything underneath it. It's like a fishbowl. It's unbelievable. Really nice domed appearance. There is some glare that you're going to see there, but I mean, it all depends on the light sources and where you are. Protected by the top plastic or resin aggressive exterior markers for the analog dial. Now you may notice that the minute hand in particular is like a whitish color rather than the silver grayish color of the hour. The hands are connected using a magnetic technology here for the first time in G-Shock. The minute hand is allowed to absorb the shock with this technology and just dissipates whatever the impact is, and that hand will move back into position. You may see the hand move if you knock it on something. I think I'll show you a sample of that as well, and you'll get the picture. I guess this will be fine for working around, construction or impact sport types things, racket sports, whatever it might be, even in the pool type thing when you're cracking down and breaking those waves. I'll try and get out to the tennis court here. We'll see what kind of impact she can withstand. But with all in all, if you're going to be out there doing some hard activity, rest assured this watch is going to have the power to absorb that. So cool eyes design in the background with negative display. And you know how I feel about it. Same issues there with low light. But you know what? Thanks to the dual LED light, illumination is not the big issue here. It's the ability to see it when you have low light conditions and you're not using a light. That's the real hiccup. G-Shock is signed at the 12 with Casio below. To break down the two digital sections, it's done pretty cool with running digital animation on the left side and digital function readout on the right side. The left side register, as I call it, that one doubles as your function indicator, showing you what mode you're in as you navigate around the watch as well, with a little tiny hand there that moves. We have world time, we have stopwatch, we have timer, we have alarms, and then you're back to your home screen. Due to the dual light function, there is not a lot of lume to assist. But there are 2 points, one on either of the hour and minute hands. Don't get too excited about it. You're not writing home to mom about them. But the dual lights are probably one of the best that I've seen in a G-Shock design. The cost for the GA-V01, $200 Canadian. Go to Casio.com, check it out. You might be able to pick one out for yourself because it not only comes in this cool matte black, it also comes in, what is it, yellow, like a purple, blue, a couple other colors as well. So you're going to have options there. It feels good on the wrist. It's lightweight. But if you're not used to that larger G-Shock design or you have smaller wrists, it could be a concern for you. So really do your research and figure out whether it's not. And if you know what, if you can get out and get it in the flesh and try it on, ideally that's going to be the perfect scenario for you. This new case design does allow for a nice wraparound as it comes around the wrist. And it does have small little guards there underneath as well to assist with that curvature of going around the wrist. Breathes real nice, I have to admit, with the strap. It breathes well with the accent holes there near the lug, also doubling as the ability to give it some flex as well. So you'll see that it actually is really flexible. I like that. And likely will help with the absorption as well if you strike it on something with that bio-based resin. Softer than the resin that we're used to with some of the previous designs for G-Shock. Now with the integrated strap design, it too looks like it breathes real well with the double hold, 2-pin, and buckle closure for this resin and the resin support as well to assist. I mean, overall, you're going to have security on the wrist. I can't see this thing coming off or even breaking for that matter. But the jury is still out on the overall watch itself. I mean, let me wear it for a while in some different scenarios there, and maybe it'll grow on me. I'm a little torn. I mean, I like what it can do. I'm just not sold on the look. It might be a little sad to say, but is it coming in like it's more suited for a younger generation than someone like myself who, I'm upwards of my 50s, right? I'll be 55 this year. Am I going to be walking around town with this GA-V01? So you comment below, let me know what you think. I can tell you right now, though, it's not going to be for everyone. Not only by the size, but by the design as well. Hopefully I've given you lots of images so you can decide whether or not this watch is going to work for you. My opinion's my own. This is not a paid review. Thanks Daily Watch for all the support, and I appreciate all of you for tuning into the channel. Like, subscribe, smash the bell, all that fancy stuff to keep the algorithm working. And you know what? More stuff is coming. I'm Ross, Casio G-Shock, GA-V01. See you on the next one.